All right, first of all, Morgan, Chris, thanks for joining us here on Astro Premier League in Malaysia. Nice to meet both of you. Let's just start by saying you are the talk of the town, being the surprise package of the season, quote unquote. But is it a surprise for you, Morgan, knowing all the work that you've done on the training ground?
No. Just because, you know, we're the ones that are working day in, day out, trying to implement the manager's ideas onto the football pitch. So, no, it doesn't come as a surprise. We know what we tried to do last season. That was trying to stay up, and now the whole of pre-season was the whole thing of implementing the manager's ideas and how he wants the team to be. And I feel like we've shown that so far, and we've just got to keep progressing in that way.
Well, what's the secret then, Chris? Because it's not just the ideas, because I've heard that Nuno as a manager is the sort of manager that makes you believe you can beat anybody, as you guys have shown against Liverpool, against Manchester United, a lot of the quote-unquote bigger sides. What's the secret?
Yeah, it's consistency, confidence that he instills in us. I think from the start of the season, we had a belief that we can go and compete against anybody, and that there's no free ones. He wanted to take that out of our mindset of no matter who we go to or who comes to us, that there's no free games in the Premier League. We're going there to win and compete and have something to lose. So that's big for us. And as you say, he does instill belief into all of us. And then the confidence of winning games and doing well has brought the team on to a different level.
Can you maybe give us a couple of examples, Morgan, on the little things that you guys worked on that have shown to have improved this season so far, that maybe we don't catch so much when we watch it?
I feel like defensively we've improved massively compared to overall last season. I feel like last season we were conceding too many goals, too many unnecessary goals. We wasn't seeing out games properly, and now when we go into the lead, we feel like we're going to win the game, just because of how well we are at managing the game. So I'd say that's probably one of our biggest aspects that we've got better on, is definitely defending and seeing out games.
Well, I do have to say congratulations to Chris for breaking the record for Forest in the Premier League. We're actually, over the weekend during the big win over Man United, everyone in our studio in Malaysia, we had John Obi Mikel, Lee Sharp and Gareth Stevens singing praises. In fact, they have a question for both of you, one each. So I'm just going to pass you the iPad, and you feel free to click play. Let me just increase the volume very quickly for you. There we go. Okay, feel free to click play and just...
Yeah. Have you got a question for Chris Wood, perhaps? Well, congratulations on his achievement, but I'm just wondering where all the goals are coming from. Is it something that he's just hit a bit of a purple patch, or is the manager playing a little bit to his strengths more and getting players to put the ball in the box a little bit more for him? I just wondered why he's scoring so many now. Yeah, I think it's a question that all of us are asking at the moment. Gary, I believe you have a question for Morgan Gibbs.
Well, I think if I had the opportunity to ask Morgan Gibbs White a question, it would be, you know, I see him as a very much an instinctive player and a bit of a free role type player. You know, how much freedom does his coach, Nuno, give him? And in this day and age in particular, where, you know, it's about shape and systems and organisation, you know, I'm just interested to know what his relationship is like with the manager.
Fantastic. Let's just start with Chris very quickly. Certainly not a purple patch you've shown us so far, taking on from last season as well. But is there any structural changes that maybe you've fed the ball differently this season that seems to bring out the best in you?
I think when Nuno came in, I think he installed belief in me, playing me and being his number 9, and that worked fantastically for me. And then having players around me last season, this season, that are extremely good players. You got the front line of what we have of Morgan behind. We know how incredible he is. England international, doing extremely well. You got Callum, Anthony, Jota and Sos, and when Elliot plays in the 10 as well. We've got unbelievable players behind me as a strike force. It's them supply and demand, and they've been supplying and doing extremely well, and that's what I thrive off and do extremely well off, and they've put chances on the plate for me.
Morgan, how much license do you have? How much freedom do you have in today's day and age where it's a lot about tactical and positional discipline in the game?
I wouldn't say I have like incredible amounts of freedom. The manager obviously has the belief and respect in me to let me do my thing on the ball. But obviously, he still gives me ideas of what he wants me to do on the pitch. Obviously, I try and implement that as much as possible because I believe his ideas are correct and right. But no, I feel like defensively, we're quite a defensive-shaped team, so I feel like there's a lot of discipline and a lot of tactics involved in that. And you know, I try to implicate the manager's ideas and beliefs into the game more than my personal game and my personal freedom, because it's not just about me, it's about the team.
Yeah, team comes first, of course. Can I just ask something, being from Malaysia? You played against Malaysia recently in October. Horrible for us, great for you. But what was it like playing against Malaysia? And any players that stood out in your head in that game?
I mean, they were a great side. They came to us and caused us a lot of problems. It was a wet, cold, windy night, and something that we're used to as Kiwis. Probably not so as the people come from Malaysia and things like that. So it's a bit different of conditions. So they've done extremely well in the first half, caused us problems and looked good on the counter attack against us. We were just, I think, in the end, just the weather played into our hands a bit more, and we done well to win the game.
Any players stood out for you?
I've got to be honest, I can't remember off the top of my head their names and things like that I remember. It was a couple of months ago now, but there were some good players on the team, definitely.